Do I still go live without any guests or someone to coach?
Who?
Tess,
Tess?
she wants to know, do I still go live without any guests or someone to coach?
Depends on what you're trying to build. If you're trying to build why I told Zan to stop doing co-host. Yes, it depends on the goals. Depends on the goals. Zan should not be doing co-hosted IG lives because he's a coach, so we need to see him coaching. And his plan was to go twice a week, and both of them co-hosted talks. Like, no, that doesn't align with what you want.
Yes.
so it's fine. So we need to change that. Great. What does Tess want? Like, what are your goals? What do you want to become? And then matching the actions.
Tess wants to become a speaker.
Yep, she wants to be a speaker.
Great. So then you don't need anybody. You speak. And treat every IG live like a speech. Treat it. This is what's hard at the beginning, because when you're first starting up on IG, you're doing IG lives, nobody's watching, right? You have 4 people watching. But treat it like those 4 people matter. Treat it like you actually have 400. Before you go live, imagine you're about to walk out on some stage. You're going to walk out on the Tony Robbins stage or some giant stage. Treat it like that. And then from the second you press record, you're going to give me something. You're going to imagine you were going to walk on Tony Robbins stage. How would you lead off? You're not going to say, "Hey, welcome. It's another IG, happy Monday," all this stuff, right? You're going to dive into content. So when you're not worried about interacting with the audience, when you're not taking questions, it's not a coaching session. You don't need a guest. You're not trying to be the next Larry King or Oprah Winfrey interviewer. You're a speaker. So you get on and you speak. So you have a topic in mind. And if that's really your goal, you should be doing it daily. It should be a daily test speech around something.
Tess said, thanks, this is great. So I have to concentrate on a powerful opening statement.
Oh, yes. Let's work on one. What do you got? Let's back, Drew.
What's your powerful opinion from like the thought leadership content?
Yeah. Let's get what's your next speaking gig?
Tess, he's talking to you before you leave.
Yeah. Let's workshop your powerful opinion. What's your powerful opening going to be?
What are you going to lead to? You hit the stage.
You're going to hit the stage tomorrow.
And then what are you going to say?
What are you going to say? What's the first thing out of your mouth is going to be?
And do not introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is...
Don't introduce yourself. Oh, it's nice because, back in Toastmasters, lead with a joke, lead with a question, anything that, but or make a statement that can be controversial or whatever. But, a powerful opinion works.
So I got to lead a training class on my birthday. This was not last year, but the year before.
Mm-hmm.
And rather than my usual opening spiel, I decided to do the entire first 10 seconds completely in Japanese just to see how people would respond.
Wow.
Now mind you, this is like a room full of engineers. So
that's good.
It was mildly. I also knew that the audience was primarily younger folk, so I knew I wouldn't get ragged on too terribly hard.
Did you do what you said you would do today? So that will be her open. That's your opening statement. Did you do what you said you was going to do today? Is that it, Tess? Your opening statement when you hit the stage?
So just before this, I was talking to the guy who does real estate. He coaches real estate agents.
Okay.
And we're looking at his videos, and we're working on a lead. It's like, okay, help me do my next one. Okay, what's your next one on? The next one's going to be on how to interview a broker. So if you're a real estate agent, you got to find the right broker. And most of the broker, it's the brokers who have very little leverage. Like it's the agents who get the pick. The brokers are trying to recruit agents to join them.
Mm.
So his video is going to call something like, "Hey, the 5 questions you have to ask your, potential brokers in an interview." Like, okay. So how are you going to start that? It's like, okay, well, there are 5 questions that you need to... No, don't start with that because I already know that from the title of the video. what's your opinion? He's like, what do you mean? Like, what's your powerful opinion? We got to leave with an opinion. Like, what's an example? Okay, so an example is the broker will lie to you in the interview. There are 5 ways to get to the truth with these questions, right? Like, do they know that there's a difference? I asked them, do they know there's a difference between different brokers? He's like, yes. They know there is a difference. Okay, great. I mean, if they didn't know there's a difference, then that's a different video. So they know there's a difference, but you don't know how to suss out the difference. Well, that's what their biggest fear is, that the broker is going to lie to them, be on their best behavior, and then they don't get the right information, and then they sign up with the wrong broker. So we're confirming some of their suspicions that the broker is going to lie to them.
Different angle.
But that's what's going to be a gut punch.
Because, I didn't know that until you just said that. I thought that the real estate agent was pretty much applying to work in the broker's office.
I would have guessed that too, but
does it depend on the type? If it's a seller's or a buyer's market, does that make a difference?
no, I don't think so.
Yes, what he's telling you is, I thought it was the other way around.
Yeah.
So the broker determines if you get the listing or not. So how's the real estate agent in control?
The broker, I don't know about that first part of what you said. The broker controls whether you get the listing
like,
or not?
Typically speaking, like the whole like real estate, as an agent, you're going around and creating a contact list of people who are interested in either buying or selling. And then like the broker might, I don't know of anybody who has called up like Sipsy Klein and been like, yeah, I've got my house for sale, give me a guy, A lot of times know somebody.
It's mostly the agents doing the work. And a lot of brokers don't do much at all. They say they have training and whatever, but they don't. They say they'll get you lead gen, but they don't.
And they still get a percentage of everything.
Yeah, because you need to have a broker. But that's the thing. It's like that's the fear. That's what you have to make the video about. That's what you have to lead with. Because that's what the agent, if you're a brand new agent, you're struggling to figure out, okay, who do I don't want to sign with the wrong guy, right? I sign with the wrong guy, and then, oh no. I signed with the wrong guy. They're all going to promise me training. They're all going to promise me the world. They're all going to promise me all this stuff, right? But they're lying. Because everybody's going to say the same thing, but they're lying. So
Right.
But if you have a way to give me the 5 questions I need to ask so I can get to the truth, that's how I want to start the video. That's a better start to the video.
She's like, yes, this is the first one. Give me a break. It's for tonight. No, that's what we're trying to workshop it with you. We're not giving you a hard time. At least I'm not. Because if I make money 5, I wish I should make it 3 because it's more, whatever. Okay. So Tess says, give me a better opening opinion to use tonight. Well, we want you to come out with your own opening opinion, Tess.
What's the theme?
Okay, what's the theme tonight, Tess?
What was her original one-liner?
It was a question. It was, did you do what you said you would do today?
Okay, so
She's gonna hit the stage.
So what's the opinion behind that?
So what's the opinion behind that? What's the opinion behind that, Tess? Is there a theme that you're gonna be speaking on tonight?
Yeah, what's the punchline of your talk?
Sounds like it's a conversation around procrastination.
Yeah. So what's the opinion behind it?
The opinion is we seldom do the things we do, the things we say we will do.
Okay, why?
Why, Tess?
Why? Why do we not do the things we say we're going to do?
And then she took the message, she retracted the message. Okay, so Tess says, why not focus? Not in the present, not something they truly want to do. Why not focus? Not in the present, not something they truly want to do.
Okay.
You guys get that?
So, well, those are 3 different things.
Yeah.
So which one is what's the biggest reason out of those 3? What do you want to make this talk about?
They keep saying they will and never come through.
Okay, that's back to the last one though. Yes, that's why that's the procrastination. But why?
Why are they procrastinating? So Tess, let's be clear. Is this about procrastination? And if so, why? Why are they procrastinating? I want them to think about why they did not do the thing they planned to do.
That's you got to tell them. You got to tell them the problem. But the punchline is what? Like the thinking shouldn't be just about the problem. The thinking should be about how I can actually solve it.
So Tess says, you planning was faulty, or your planning was faulty.
Your planning was faulty as the opening?
Yeah, your planning was faulty.
Well, I guess it depends on where you're going. Because if it's that they don't really want to do it, right? There were three things. The last one, the one that stuck out the most to me, your three words, they don't really want to do it. Like for me, if somebody's procrastinating, you're either afraid to do it or you don't want to do it. It's one of those two reasons. You're afraid to jump in, or you just really don't want to do it. So where a lot of speakers will make a mistake is giving all these tactics and put in your calendar and all of the strategies for what to do, but you haven't actually addressed the real problem. You're either just deeply afraid or you don't really want to do this thing. So if you're going to lean in on that they don't really want to do it, I think that was your third option, then you lead with something around that. You're procrastinating not because you don't have the capability, it's that you just don't really want to do it. You're procrastinating because that thing that you say you want to do is actually somebody else's dream for you, not your own. Right? That's your start.